The Madden Curse is something that has been documented for the past couple decades, but how real is it? Let's take a look at every cover athlete since Madden 2000. Madden 2000 was Barry Sanders. Sanders is one of the greatest running backs of all time, but his unexpected and controversial retirement came in July of 1999, meaning he never set foot on the field after landing on Madden. His departure was so shocking that EA used the Packers' Dorsey Levens for the cover of an alternative and European version of the game, which was a slap in the face to many Lions fans. Madden 2001 was Titans' Eddie George. George rushed for more than 1,500 yards in his cover year, but he also lost a career-high number of fumbles, coughed the ball up in the Titans' season-ending playoff game, and he never averaged more than 3.4 yards per carry for the rest of his career. Madden 2002 was the Vikings' Daunte Culpepper. After throwing for 33 touchdowns and going 11-5 as a first-time starter in 2000, Culpepper took a nosedive during his cover year. Injuries wiped out 6 games, and he fumbled 16 times, threw just 14 touchdowns compared to 13 picks, and he went 4-7 in his starts. Madden 2003 was Marshall Faulk. After 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons and 3 straight 1,300-yard years, Marshall Faulk's cover year was a letdown. He missed 6 starts and failed to reach 1,000 rushing yards, which was a bar he never reached again in his career. Madden 2004 was Michael Vick. Michael Vick was one of the most overpowered players in sports video game history in this edition of Madden. On the field, however, Vick fractured his fibula in a preseason game, which caused him to miss the first 11 games of the season. Just a few years later, Vick found himself in jail. Madden 2005 was Ray Lewis. In his cover year, Ray Lewis failed to record a single interception, which was the first time in his career he failed to do so. The Ravens also missed the playoffs, but overall it wasn't a terrible season for him. However, Ray Lewis did tear his hamstring in Week 6 the following year, which caused him to miss the rest of the season. Madden 2006 was Donovan McNabb. McNabb led the Eagles to the Super Bowl the previous season, but his cover year was ended by a groin injury. The rest of the quarterback's career was filled with injuries and arguments with wide receiver Terrell Owens. Madden 2007 was Shaun Alexander. The league MVP the season before, Shaun Alexander was the first running back in NFL history to record 15 touchdowns in 5 consecutive seasons. In his cover year, Alexander broke his foot in Week 3 and suffered a multitude of injuries the year after, ultimately ending his career. Madden 2008 was Vince Young. After being Offensive Rookie of the Year the season before, Young managed just 9 touchdowns to 17 interceptions. This was the start to a fast downward spiral for Vince Young's playing career. 2009 was Brett Favre. Favre finally agreed to be on the Madden cover, and EA made it his Packers tribute. However, he got out of his Packers contract to go play with the Jets, where the curse caught up with him. He threw a league-high 22 interceptions while tearing his biceps tendon, but of course, the Iron Man still played every single game. Madden 2010 had Larry Fitzgerald and Troy Polamalu. The cover with 2 players, but nothing could stop Larry Fitzgerald, who had his standard 1,000-yard Pro Bowl year. However, Troy Polamalu missed a career-high 11 games due to an MCL injury, and he had just 29 tackles on the year. Madden 2011 was Drew Brees. Sure, he threw for 33 touchdowns and made another Pro Bowl, but he also set a franchise record of 22 thrown interceptions on top of it. The Saints also lost to the 7-9 Seahawks due to the famous beast mode run by Marshawn Lynch in the playoffs. Madden 2012 was Peyton Hill. Oh boy, this is the poster child for the Madden Curse. Peyton Hill emerged as a force out of the backfield after heading to Cleveland the season before, but during his cover year, he missed 6 games with an injury and averaged just 3.6 yards per carry. He would total just 3 more starts in the NFL before hanging it up. Madden 2013 was Megatron Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson shattered the curse and earned his nickname Megatron in 2012. He caught a career-high 122 passes for 1,964 yards. The curse seemed to be more on the rest of the Detroit Lions than him. Madden 25 was Adrian Peterson. Just 2 seasons after his historic 2,000-yard year, Peterson missed all but 1 game after being indicted on child abuse charges. Madden 15 was Richard Sherman. Sherman's interception total dropped, but that's mostly because quarterbacks intelligently looked elsewhere to throw. Sherman was still at the top of his game, however, he did undergo Tommy John surgery after the season was finished. Madden 16, Odell Beckham Jr. His antics rubbed people the wrong way. especially cornerback Josh Norman, whom OBJ got in a fight with and was suspended for a game. But overall, it was a terrific season for Odell Beckham, who totaled a career-high 1,450 yards in only 15 games. 2017 was Rob Gronkowski. The 5-time Pro Bowler was coming off yet another double-digit touchdown season, but injuries piled up for him after the Madden cover. He missed basically all of the first 4 games with a hamstring injury, then totaled just 6 starts in the season because of various issues, including a herniated disc. Madden 18 was Tom Brady. With a chance to earn his 6th Super Bowl ring, Brady was bested by Eagles backup Nick Foles. However, Brady did throw for 500 yards in the game, and he also won regular season MVP, so it's hard to say he suffered from the curse here. Madden 19 this season will be Antonio Brown. So will the Madden Curse continue? That remains to be seen, but tell me in the comments below what you think will happen and what you think about the Madden Curse. Is it real or is it fake? If you like this video, drop a like and check out the rest we have to offer over at flurrysports.org or over on Twitter at flurrysports.